Welcome back to the Modeling and Wellbeing podcast, where you can learn the ins and outs of modeling and also gain tips to better care for your holistic well-being. This is your girl, Larissa, and this space is designed for us to learn, grow, and empower one another. So, Lego. Happy New Year's Eve, everyone. Oh my gosh, I know, right? Can you believe it's already December 31st? Like, wow. So much has been accomplished this year. And I don't know about you, but I'm like, wow, from January to December, life has just been moving and grooving and changing for the good and a lot of challenges. Honestly, it does give us a lot of hope to look forward to in 2023 because we're going to make mistakes, right? We're going to learn, we're going to grow, and then continue to design the best version of ourselves. So with that being said, models, this is a special feature for you. I wanted to drop some tips for you to help you getting noticed as a model, accomplish your modeling goals in 2023. It's going to be a good year for you. I feel it. Just keep going, set those goals, set those milestones, and let me help you get to where you've always wanted to be, slowly, one step at a time. It's so exciting, right? Because a new year tends to spark a new mindset, a time where we can basically reset. Also, don't forget, just because it's a new year doesn't mean everything just kind of disappears. So we have to continue healing from 2022 as well, and the things that we faced some challenges. This also means that models, it's a big chance for you to up your game, reach higher dreams, and set those intentional goals aligned with maybe there's a designer that you want to work with, or possibly reach the dream of getting signed to your favorite agency. What can you do as a model to get noticed? I'm going to share 7 tips, yes, 7, to help you increase your chances of getting more bookings and just generally work on your brand that matches your unique style. As always, there are so many other tips out there that I may not speak on. So just know that these are just some popular ones based on observations that I've seen, research, and then just my personal modeling experiences so far. First, though, I'm going to start with a couple self-development best practices and then get into more of those external things that you can do to truly stand out and meet your goals. First and foremost, professionalism. I'm always going to go back to this one because this is so important. What does professionalism look like? So thinking of like the do's and the don'ts of being on set. When you are professional on set during any model-related meetings or even through interactions with people on social media, people will literally favor you when you are professional and taking that professional interaction and approach with them. Here are a few things just to keep in mind as you're interacting with other people. Come on time and prepare for your opportunities, whether that's a casting, again, a model-related meeting, a workshop, etc. If you want to learn how to better prep for these things, check out episode 6 where I just talked through some model bag must-haves, and also episode 4 where I speak on best practices to prep for auditions. Remember that when you come on time, technically you're late. So technically, in the USA at least, when time is considered being early on set, that's like 10 to 15 minutes. So you want to be about 10 to 15 minutes early at any kind of opportunity that you are going into when it comes to modeling. Most times when you are late, you pretty much just throw everyone off on set. And it's, they don't really want to risk spending more money paying people, including you, from you showing up late. So just keep that in mind. Also, keeping conversations appropriate and positive. Honestly, you would be surprised at how many people talk about a lot of inappropriate things on set or even complaining about things related to the job or maybe like the wardrobe, makeup, you name it. This also includes any phone conversations. Just do your best in not talking at all on the phone during set and being very attentive to your work. People take note on how many people are scrolling on their phones and who is actually present. So if you do have to absolutely take a call, just step out just so no one can overhear your conversation and to limit any distractions. Communicating effectively over email, text, or phone call, that's also important. We are all on our phones all the time. I know people don't really enjoy phone conversations nowadays, but it's still one of the best forms of communication, honestly. Be aware of your background too. If it's too loud, you can wait to call back when you're in a quieter setting, or simply step into a quiet area. And right now I am at, my family's house, so you might hear a little bit of background noise. So, hey, it is what it is. I still want to be here and to support you. Also, you just want to say thank you. A little thank you does truly go a very long way. You'd be surprised at how many people are actually surprised when they receive gratitude. Sharing thanks shows that you care and you appreciate their efforts in making this opportunity happen for you. Collaborative photo shoots, or, something else, a reality. That they were an essential part of bringing the idea to life, which is very, very true. Overall, just, brush up on your mannerism. That will help you develop as, of course, a human being, and just help you become a better person and respectable person on set. The second tip is just a healthy lifestyle. If you haven't already listened to my previous episode about how you can be confident in your body and in front of the camera, that is a really great one to listen to, as I do just talk more in depth about how you can better care for your body, including fitness and nutrition tips. I think the biggest thing to remember is that your body is your brand. And most importantly, to stay healthy, to care for your skin, and do all that you can control to build a healthy relationship with your body, so you just feel your best in front of the camera. What I did not touch on in that episode is just the power of sleep. Oh my gosh. And water. Sleep and water really does reflect on the camera as well. When you are getting good sleep or a lack of sleep, it's shown, almost as if you're trying to do a photo shoot while sick. Your eyes are puffy, and, you can just tell when someone is sick by looking in their eyes. And yes, unfortunately, makeup does not cover all of your bags. So sometimes the worst bags can create those dark shadows under your eyes, and sleep can definitely help reduce those swelling under your eyes again, giving you more life and vibrancy in your skin, etc. Now, I'm sure you've also heard of the recommendations of 6 to 8 hours of sleep for adults. I think that's important. Also, just going to bed around the same time, getting that good kind of consistent schedule as much as you can around like your family life and then your work life too. The third tip that I have is to fail. I want you to make, and this sounds funny, but I want you to make as many mistakes as you can. Failure is something that everyone experiences. It's not a bad thing, it's a human experience. It is what makes you human. That is a valid emotion that you should experience. It makes you mentally stronger. It pushes you to cherish the journey of success. Failing makes you resilient. You can learn, you can grow deeper, and most importantly, it teaches you the things about yourself that you may not have ever known. So let's stop thinking that failure is bad. Let's not stop at the word fail, and just reframe it by saying, I'm failing forward. I'm failing forward towards the newest version of myself. And you just have to keep going. I'm sure you've heard that the difference between someone who is and is not successful is consistency. And I believe that if you stay consistent, regardless of failure, you will accomplish your model goals too. The fourth tip that I have is just to build a brand. Now, we're kind of crossing in between internal and external efforts of what you can do to stand out as a model in 2023. I believe that the most impactful thing that you can do is just to stay true to yourself. Don't be afraid to express that in real life as well and on social media. Be you, do you, literally. Lean into the traits that already make you unique and start to build your brand. It's crazy, right? Like when you start to show up as your authentic self and express that through your work, you literally begin to become a magnet to the goals, the people, and the opportunities that you want. You hear it all the time with so many successful people. Like I remember watching reward shows, artists and entrepreneurs, and my favorite, Rihanna. has shared, during their speeches that the biggest thing that has kept them successful is by being themselves. It also feels so nice not to have makeup or not have to have makeup and an identity across social media that society tends to add pressure to, showing that you have more than you actually do for clout. Being your authentic self, just it's going to make your life easier, I promise. The goal shouldn't always have to be fame, right? But to have that impact, to do what you love in whatever way that looks for you. Now, picture making an impact simply by being yourself, sharing true thoughts, sharing true emotions and values with the world, and aligning those with your work. It's liberating. Last example that I'll just share here is that, I'm passionate about both wellness and self growth and development, as well as modeling. I'm a pretty deep thinker and I want to help people learn how to love themselves, grow, and heal. Again, I'm also passionate about modeling. So I was really intentional in 2022 about marrying the two by expressing concept of wellness through modeling photos and including reflective prompts for other people to also think about how that message applies to their life. You also see this with a lot of models like Ebony Davis that might be passionate about movements like Black Lives Matter and marrying that with model photos as well. Bottom line, do you be you, then you'll just naturally start to build a personal brand that is meaningful for you. Okay, so we've got professionalism, healthy lifestyle, fail, build a brand. Okay, now we've got modeling agencies. In episode 2, I talked through model agencies and just some ways you can get signed. So check that out, friends. That definitely spills the tea for you. The best thing about being signed to an agent is they are your advocate. They're getting you jobs so that you can grow as a model. If you are signed with a really good agent, that's awesome. That's really, really cool. They have a lot of connections and you just never know. You could be signed into those big Target ads or walk for Balenciaga. I mean, Gucci, you say it, you name it. An agent will most certainly help you stand out. And especially if you come with your professional skills, come with yourself, they'll definitely love you. And if this is something that you do not already have, just go ahead and set a goal and keep applying yourself, keep shooting, and I promise you will get signed as long as you are consistent and comfortable with being uncomfortable. You got this. All right, the next tip is your model portfolio. Along the same lines as what I was just sharing about within modeling agencies, you have to build your model portfolio. Build your model portfolio in partnership with your agent or on your own through trusted photographers if you are not yet signed. Having a solid portfolio will increase your chances of getting signed. It's, again, basically like your business card within the modeling industry, especially since most brands do direct bookings through an agent, meaning they only book you through how well your portfolio looks. I also talk about best practices when it comes to your model portfolio in episode 2. And I think the biggest thing here is just to make sure that your portfolio is fresh and current, matching your present look. You don't want to show up with blonde hair if your portfolio shows you in brown hair. That will definitely not make the casting directors or even your agent happy. And they may not book with you again. So just kind of stay with a consistent look. I know it's kind of annoying, especially if you're like me and you like to change your hair up, but you can also take multiple different headshots with those favorite hairstyles as well. All right, we've got 2 more tips left. The next is going to be social media. It's amazing that all these tips are just kind of intertwined with one another. I think when it comes to building your portfolio and also establishing your own brand, showing up on social media is extremely helping to making you stand out within the modeling industry. Posting your portfolio pictures, reels, TikTok, why not? I know it feels exhausting at times, right? There's just so many platforms. I know. I get very, very overwhelmed too. But do your best at just showing your followers what you're doing. Then you'll notice that people are going to eventually reach out to you. They're going to want to work with you because you're showing them your journey. And maybe someone is looking for models for a big campaign like Nike or working with some sort of celebrity, or just in a once in a lifetime opportunity. You just never know. And when you're showing them your work, you might be one of the first people that they thought of because you're just so active on social media as well. Now, the last thing that kind of goes hand in hand with social media is networking. You've probably heard this a lot: network, 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 right? It's like network should be tattooed on our faces by now. So, networking is important, of course. When you are posting on social media, you're really taking advantage of networking opportunities, getting comfortable also connecting with people online or in person. And just don't be afraid to ask questions about someone's journey as well, or just sharing a few of your goals with your followers or the people you aspire to work with. Find a balance just between sharing just enough with people to demonstrate your commitment to modeling, and also you still want to protect your dream. So I know it's kind of like gotta be in that little gray area. Your network will definitely take you far, and you're likely to accomplish big things with the help of others who want to elevate you and who want to support and root for you. Also, just who want to teach you information that will help you grow. If you're ever stuck in the work, or maybe bookings are pretty quiet, or you're just like, I don't know what to do, find a model networking event, find a business networking event, or a mixer near you, just to continue showing up even when you don't feel like it, even if you feel like you got knocked down, even if you feel you did not get a booking or an agent contract or something. Keep showing up. And I promise you that you'll end up meeting someone, you will end up meeting an opportunity that will definitely expose you to a new perspective, more platforms to find jobs, or maybe a very small nugget that will go a very long way. So again, fail, keep going. You got this. Stay consistent. Apply these tips, and as long as you're consistent again with them, you will most certainly stand out in a way that's unique to you. Sorry, my words are all over the place. So what do you think? What did I miss? Share your thoughts with me through a podcast review or on social media. And honestly, I would just say, like, there are just so many opportunities out there that are for you, that are for your look. Not everything is going to be for everyone. And as long as you're willing to accept that and have an open mind and just kind of flow with life, you will certainly continue to grow and design the best version of yourself. With that being said, I'm going to transition into our affirmation practice together. As a reminder, affirmations are designed to help you become aware of your personal strengths and values. When you are able to note your strengths, it can be a game changer for improving your self-awareness and building confidence. Repeat after me. I am blessed. I am booked. I trust my model journey. I trust myself. Wow. Okay, I've got one more episode left. I'm actually going to drop that tomorrow on January 1st as a little happy new year before we wrap up this season. If you want to stay connected with me, I would love to connect with you. Please reach out to me via message or on Instagram, on email, wherever you want to contact me. It's totally fine. You can find me on Instagram as @RissaSnuggs, RISASNUGGS. Thank you again for listening. I am wishing you a wonderful new year. I'm so excited for you. I am rooting for you. And I just love how much you have just been enjoying this podcast as well. Someone reached out to me and said that they stumbled upon my podcast. They messaged me on Instagram and just shared, how much a couple episodes have resonated with them. Same with family still. So I'm incredibly grateful for your support. I feel very aligned with this podcast and sharing my knowledge and my tips. And hopefully you can just continue to grow and continue to shine And I'm so excited for you. I'm so, so excited for you. Okay, let me be quiet. Enjoy your time with loved ones. Safe travels if you're traveling back home from the holidays. Love you all. Thank you so much. XOXO, and see you next time.